When you were younger, you did not dream of this life. You did not dream of waking up tired, checking your phone before your own thoughts, working all day, coming home empty, and calling it normal. You dreamed of freedom, of waking up with purpose, of a life filled with laughter and meaningful connections. You imagined adventures, passion projects, and a deep sense of peace that now feels like a forgotten language. Alex, like many of us, once held these vivid dreams. They envisioned a future where their work mattered, where love was abundant, and where every day felt like a step towards becoming someone truly extraordinary. But somewhere along the way, the vibrant colors of that dream began to fade, replaced by the muted tones of routine and expectation. The spontaneous joy gave way to a carefully scheduled existence. Now, the alarm blares, not as a start to a new adventure, but as a harsh reminder of another day to endure. The first reflex is to grab the phone, scrolling through news or social media before the mind has even fully woken. This pre-dawn ritual sets the tone, a feeling of being constantly behind, already consuming information rather than creating thoughts. The world rushes in before personal clarity can emerge. Then comes the rush. A quick shower, a hurried breakfast, or often no breakfast at all. The morning commute is a blur of traffic, crowded public transport, or the quiet hum of a solo drive. The workplace itself is a familiar cage. Hours melt into one another, filled with emails, meetings, and tasks that often feel disconnected from any larger purpose. The clock ticks, but meaning feels distant. Lunch is often eaten quickly, sometimes at the desk, sometimes alone. The brief respite offers little chance to truly recharge, only a moment to mentally prepare for the afternoon's demands. The smiles exchanged with colleagues are often polite masks, hiding individual struggles and anxieties. Everyone seems to be playing a role, protecting a fragile inner world from scrutiny. Finally, the workday ends, and the journey home begins, often in the same crowded conditions as the morning. The day's energy is fully depleted, leaving little for anything else. Evenings are spent in a quiet solitude that can feel more like loneliness. Dinner is often simple, followed by more screen time, or perhaps just staring blankly at the television. The vibrant friendships that once fueled their youth have dwindled. Calls go unanswered, plans are postponed, and the effort to maintain connections feels too heavy after a draining day. The dreams of travel, of learning a new skill, or pursuing a creative passion are constantly delayed. There's never enough time, never enough money, and certainly never enough energy. Then comes the nightly scroll through social media, a relentless stream of curated perfection. Friends on exotic vacations, colleagues celebrating promotions, influencers living seemingly perfect lives. Each post, each carefully chosen photograph, acts as a subtle jab, a reminder of the gap between their life and Alex's reality. Comparison becomes a silent, destructive habit. A global survey reveals that 77% of young adults feel overwhelmed by the pressure to succeed. The constant digital showcase only amplifies this internal struggle. We often compare our messy, unfiltered lives to the highlights of others, forgetting that everyone has their own struggles, their own quiet battles fought behind closed doors. A staggering 60% of people globally admit to delaying major life decisions, like starting a family, buying a home, or pursuing a passion, due to financial concerns. Money becomes the invisible barrier. It's a vicious cycle. Work harder to earn more, but then have less time and energy to enjoy the fruits of that labor. The dream of security often morphs into a cage of endless obligations. Many find themselves in jobs they didn't choose, living lives they didn't design, all while watching the clock for the next paycheck. The spirit of adventure slowly diminishes. A recent study on global workforce engagement shows that only 15% of employees feel truly engaged at work. The vast majority are simply going through the motions, day after day. This disengagement breeds burnout, a pervasive exhaustion that affects both mind and body. The joy of creation, the spark of curiosity, all seem to get snuffed out by the daily grind. The biggest mistake we make is believing that because life didn't follow the original script, the story is over. We tell ourselves it's too late, that the chance for happiness has passed us by. This belief is a trap, a self-fulfilling prophecy that keeps us stuck. It tells us that our past choices define our entire future, denying the power we have to write new chapters. But what if the original dream was just a blueprint, not a rigid prison? What if the detours and unexpected paths have actually prepared us for a different, perhaps even richer, destination? The truth is, your life is not over. Your aspirations are not dead. They are simply waiting for you to redefine them, to adapt them to the person you have become through all these experiences. The first step back is often the hardest, acknowledging the gap, feeling the pain, and then deciding that you deserve more. It's about giving yourself permission to hope again. This journey back to yourself isn't about grand gestures or immediate overhauls. It's about small, consistent steps, building momentum like a stone rolling downhill. Let's call it the rebuild ladder. Each rung is a manageable step, designed to help you regain control and find a more authentic sense of happiness. The first rung is health. Without it, everything else is an uphill battle. Start with small, consistent changes. A 15-minute walk, a healthier meal, an earlier bedtime. Prioritize sleep, even if it means sacrificing some screen time. Hydrate consistently. These basic foundations will provide the energy needed for everything else. The second rung is money control. This doesn't mean becoming rich overnight, but understanding where your money goes. Track your spending for a month, identify unnecessary leaks. Even small savings add up, creating a buffer that reduces anxiety. Financial clarity empowers you to make conscious choices, rather than feeling like a victim of circumstances. The third rung, one skill. What have you always wanted to learn, or what skill would enhance your current career or future prospects? Dedicate 30 minutes a day, 3 times a week. It could be a language, a coding skill, writing, drawing, or a craft. The act of learning and growing provides immense satisfaction and a sense of progress, independent of work. The fourth rung, better relationships. Reach out to one old friend you've lost touch with. Schedule a regular, short video call with family. Prioritize face-to-face interactions over scrolling. Cultivate relationships that uplift you, that make you feel seen and heard. True connection is a vital antidote to loneliness and social media comparison. The fifth rung, small dreams. Your big dreams might feel overwhelming right now. Break them down. What is one tiny step you can take towards a bigger aspiration? Perhaps it's saving for a weekend trip instead of a grand overseas adventure. Or starting a small side project, rather than quitting your job to launch a full-time business. Celebrate these small victories. Each one builds confidence and proves to yourself that you are capable of change, that joy is still accessible. The final rung and the ultimate goal is long-term direction. With health, control, skills, and connections in place, you can begin to see a clearer path forward. This isn't about going back to the old dream, but integrating what you've learned. It's about defining success on your own terms, aligning your actions with your evolving values. Perhaps your dream of freedom now means financial independence through a hybrid career, rather than quitting everything to travel endlessly. Or love means deeper connection with existing family, not a new romance. The life you wanted may look different now, but your life is not over. It is a canvas still waiting for your brushstrokes, a story still yearning for your voice. You can still rebuild a calmer, stronger, more real version of happiness. One that isn't defined by societal expectations or filtered social media posts, but by genuine fulfillment. It won't happen overnight, and there will be setbacks. But with each intentional step, you reclaim a piece of yourself, a piece of the life you truly want to live. Remember, the most beautiful stories are not those without struggle, but those where the hero, against all odds, finds their way back home, stronger and wiser than before. Your journey is unique, and your definition of happiness is yours alone to discover. Start today with one small step and watch how your world begins to transform. The future is still unwritten, and you are the author. Choose to write a story of resilience, of rediscovery, and of a happiness that is truly, authentically yours. This is not a return to a childhood fantasy, but an evolution. It's about building a life that feels right, feels real, and resonates with the person you are right now. Embrace the imperfections, the detours, and the lessons learned. They are all part of the unique tapestry of your existence, making your story richer and more profound. The quiet voice within you, the one that remembers the dreams, is not wrong. It's a compass guiding you towards a path of genuine fulfillment, away from the noise and pressure. Don't let the fear of not having enough or being enough paralyze you. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and that step can be taken today. Every small choice you make towards your well-being, towards your growth, is a powerful act of self-love and self-reclamation. It's a declaration that you matter. Challenge the narrative that tells you to wait for the perfect moment or the perfect conditions. The perfect moment is now, in the imperfect reality of your present. The life you once dreamed of might not manifest exactly as imagined, but it can evolve into something even more resilient, more authentic, and ultimately more satisfying. Remember the simple joys, the quiet moments of gratitude. These are the threads that weave into the fabric of a truly rich and meaningful existence. This isn't about abandoning responsibility, but about integrating your responsibilities with your deepest desires. It's about finding harmony amidst the demands of life. The world needs your unique contribution, your evolved perspective. Don't let your light dim because the path diverged. Reignite it, one small ember at a time. Take courage in the knowledge that countless others are on the same journey of rediscovery. You are not alone in wanting more, in seeking a deeper truth. Let go of the illusion of perfection. Embrace the beauty of progress, of growth, of becoming more fully yourself with each passing day. Your past doesn't define your future, it informs it. Use your experiences, both good and challenging, as building blocks for the life you now choose to create. The courage to change is not the absence of fear, but the determination to act in spite of it. Be brave enough to choose yourself every single day. Don't just exist, truly live. Feel the sunshine, taste your food, listen to the laughter. Engage with the world around you rather than just observing it. Your story is still unfolding, rich with possibilities. What chapter will you write next? What quiet act of rebellion will lead you closer to your authentic self? The journey might be long, but the destination is worth it. A life that truly reflects who you are, what you value, and the unique joy you bring to the world. So take that first step. Reclaim your mornings, your evenings, your dreams. Your life is waiting for you to live it fully and wholeheartedly. You are capable of far more than you realize. The seeds of your dreams are still within you, waiting for the right conditions to bloom. Nurture them. Let go of the need for external validation. Find your strength and your peace from within. That is where true, lasting happiness resides. The past is a lesson, not a life sentence. The future is an invitation, not a predetermined fate. Embrace the power of your present moment. Remember that every single day is a chance to begin anew. Every sunrise offers a fresh page, a clean slate, a brand new opportunity to create. Do not rush, do not compare. Just focus on your path, your pace, your growth. This journey is yours, and it is beautiful in its authenticity. The noise of the world will always be there, but you can choose to listen to the quiet wisdom of your own heart. It knows the way. So, what's one small, meaningful step you will take today to bridge the gap between the life you are living and the life you truly want? The power is within you, always. It's time to remember who you are and begin to live the life that truly calls to your soul.